Who owns your data in the AI age? Season 2, AI in Power. Episode 5. One. Introduction. The question that quietly defines the AI age. Artificial intelligence runs on data. Not abstract data, not a few statistics, but real human traces. Search queries. Location signals. Purchase histories. Voice recordings. Photos. Messages. Browsing patterns. Time spent watching. What you ignore. What you return to. In the AI age, data is not just information. It is infrastructure. It powers prediction. It fuels personalization. It makes automation possible. So the question, who owns your data, is not a minor privacy debate. It is a power question. Because whoever owns your data controls what can be built from it, who can profit from it, and how much influence can be extracted from your life without your direct participation. In this episode, we will break down what data ownership really means, why it is so confusing, and how the AI age changes the balance of power between individuals, corporations, and governments. 2. Why data ownership is so confusing. In most areas of life, ownership is clear. If you own a house, you can sell it. If you own a phone, you can keep it or discard it. If you own a product, you can give it away. Data does not work like that. Your data exists in copies. Your data can be collected in pieces. Your data can be inferred without being directly provided. Your data can be combined with other data to produce new information. This makes ownership hard to define. Most of the time, the question is not literally, who owns it, in the property sense. The real question is this: who has control over collection, storage, access, use, and profit? In the AI age, control often matters more than legal ownership language. 3. What counts as your data? Before we talk about ownership, we need to clarify what your data includes. Many people think of data as something they actively type. A form you fill out. A profile you create. A message you send. But modern data ecosystems include far more than intentional input. Your data includes 1. Data you provide directly, like your name, email, age, and posts. 2. Data generated by your behavior, like clicks, scrolling, time spent, and purchase history. 3. Data gathered by your devices, like location, sensors, and connection patterns. 4. Data inferred about you, like interests, personality traits, political tendencies, and risk scores. 5. Data derived from groups, like predictions about you based on similar people. 6. Data created by others about you, like photos, tags, or messages mentioning you. In the AI age, inference and derivation often matter more than what you explicitly share. You may keep certain details private, but a system can still predict them with high confidence. So when people ask about data ownership, they are often unaware of how much data exists beyond what they intentionally provide. 4. A trade you did not negotiate. Many platforms operate on an implicit trade. You receive a service. In return, data is collected. This is often described as consent. But most people never negotiate the terms. They accept a long agreement. They click, "I agree," to continue. They do not read the details. Even if they did, the terms are often written to protect the platform, not empower the user. This creates a key reality: most data collection is not a deliberate, informed transaction. It is a condition of participation in modern digital life. This is why ownership feels ambiguous. The system is built to make data extraction normal. 5. Data control is built into platform design. Data collection is not accidental. It is designed. Platforms are built to measure behavior because measurement enables optimization. If a platform can track what keeps you engaged, it can keep you engaged longer. If a platform can predict what you might buy, it can target you more precisely. If a platform can infer your preferences, it can personalize experiences that increase retention. This is why data collection is embedded into the architecture. The platform becomes a sensor network. Not just for your explicit information, but for the patterns of your attention and behavior. In the AI age, the most valuable asset is not simply user count. It is behavioral insight at scale. 6. Data ownership versus data rights. One reason this debate is confusing is that ownership is not the only framework. In many legal systems, personal data is not treated as a standard form of property. Instead, there are data rights. Rights to access. Rights to delete. Rights to correct. Rights to restrict processing. Rights to portability. These rights differ by jurisdiction and platform policy. But even where rights exist, enforcement is difficult. And most people do not use those rights because the process is complex. So the practical reality becomes, the party with infrastructure has control. Data rights exist, but the default power structure remains tilted toward institutions. 7. WHO owns the data you upload. When you upload content to a platform, many platforms state that you retain ownership of your content. This sounds reassuring. But platforms often require broad licenses to use your content. The license may allow them to store, reproduce, modify, distribute, or use content to provide and improve services. This is not the same as taking legal ownership, but it creates functional control. If a platform can use your content broadly, the difference between you own it and they can use it becomes thin in practice. In the AI age, the key question becomes, can your data be used to train AI? If your text, images, voice, or behavior contributes to training, then your data becomes part of an industrial process. Even if you own it, you may not control that process. 8. Data you do not upload still gets collected. Even if you never post, data still flows. Your device generates signals. Your browsing patterns reveal interests. Your location reveals routines. Your purchases reveal habits. Your presence in other people's data reveals connections. This is why opting out is hard. You can reduce exposure, but you cannot fully escape the data ecosystem unless you disconnect from modern systems entirely. In the AI age, the boundary between private life and data life is increasingly thin. 9. The most important category, inferred data. Inferred data is one of the most powerful and least understood categories. These are predictions made about you. A platform may infer your income level, your likely spending habits, your interests, your vulnerabilities, your political orientation, your health concerns, your risk level, your likelihood of churn, your responsiveness to ads. You did not provide these as facts. They were derived. So who owns inferred data? Platforms often treat it as their proprietary asset, because they produced it through their models. This is a major shift. Your life creates signals. The platform converts signals into predictions. Those predictions become corporate property. In the AI age, the most valuable data about you may be data you never see. 10. The difference between personal data and model training data. There is another important layer. Data can be used for immediate personalization, like recommending content. It can also be used to train models, which are deployed broadly. Training transforms data. It aggregates and compresses patterns across many people. This is often used as a justification. Your data is not stored as a single record in the model. It becomes part of learned patterns. This framing can make data use feel less personal. But the impact remains. If your data contributes to training, it helps improve a system that others use. It can generate profit. It can shape outputs that influence society. So even if the model does not contain a literal copy of your data, your contribution can still be exploited economically. This is why ownership debates become complicated. Data can be used without being stored in obvious ways. 11. Consent in the age of AI is not realistic. The traditional privacy model assumes individuals can make informed choices. Read the policy. Choose whether to agree. Opt out if you dislike it. In practice, this model breaks down. The terms are too complex. The choices are not real. Services are necessary for participation in modern life. Consent becomes procedural. A checkbox becomes a substitute for meaningful control. In the AI age, where data is used for continuous optimization and training, consent becomes even less realistic. Most people cannot track how the data is used across multiple systems. Even experts struggle. This is why the debate shifts from consent to governance. Who sets rules for data use? Who enforces them? Who benefits? 12. Why companies want your data even if they do not sell it. Some platforms claim they do not sell data. This can be true in a narrow sense. But data can still generate profit without being sold. Data enables targeted advertising. Data enables personalization that increases retention. Data reduces uncertainty in business decisions. Data improves AI systems that can be monetized. So the key question is not always whether data is sold. It is whether data is monetized indirectly. In the AI age, indirect monetization is often the dominant model. A platform can profit from data without ever transferring it to another company as a product. 13. The role of data brokers and third parties. Even if a platform does not sell your raw data, ecosystems often include third parties. Advertising networks. Analytics services. Tracking pixels. SDKs in mobile apps. Partner integrations. These systems can move data across many organizations. This creates a problem of visibility. Most users cannot see which companies receive their data. They only see the platform they interact with. The data ecosystem extends beyond the surface. Ownership becomes fragmented. Control becomes distributed. Accountability becomes difficult. 14. Why anonymized data often does not feel safe. Platforms often claim data is anonymized or aggregated. This can reduce risk, but it is not a complete solution. Behavioral patterns can be unique. Location routines can identify people. Combination of datasets can re-identify individuals. The more data exists, the easier it becomes to connect fragments. In the AI age, where models can infer missing details, anonymization can be weaker than people assume. The issue is not only identity. It is also inference. Even if you are not identified by name, your pattern can still be targeted. 15. Governments and data access. Governments interact with data in multiple ways. They can request data through legal processes. They can purchase data indirectly from brokers. They can collect data through their own systems. They can deploy AI to analyze data at scale. In some contexts, governments have strong legal authority to access data. In others, oversight is limited. The key point is that data ownership is not just about corporations. It is also about state power. When AI expands analytic capability, the value of data to governments increases. This can expand surveillance capacity. 16. Data as a geopolitical resource. In the AI age, data is often treated as a strategic resource. It can enhance national security. It can enhance economic competitiveness. It can support intelligence operations. This framing influences policy. Governments may support domestic data accumulation. They may restrict cross-border data flows. They may push for national AI strategies that prioritize access to data. This shifts the debate from individual privacy to national power. But individuals still live inside the system. Their lives are still the source. 17. Why data ownership is really about leverage. At a deeper level, data ownership is about leverage. Who can use data to shape outcomes? Who can build predictive systems? Who can profit from patterns? Who can deny others access? Control over data becomes leverage over markets. It becomes leverage over attention. It becomes leverage over labor. It becomes leverage over politics. In the AI age, leverage grows because AI turns data into decisions. Data is not passive. It is actionable. 18. What would true user control look like? If individuals truly controlled their data, several conditions would exist. 1. Real transparency about what is collected and why. 2. Real ability to refuse without losing access to essential services. 3. Simple tools to delete, export, or restrict processing. 4. Restrictions on inference and profiling without consent. 5. Limits on secondary use, including training. 6. Strong enforcement and penalties for abuse. In practice, most systems fall short. Not because control is impossible, but because the default business model depends on asymmetry. Platforms benefit when users do not fully control data. 19. The hard truth about ownership. So who owns your data? The honest answer is fragmented. You may own your content in a formal sense. Platforms often control how it is used. Third parties may receive copies through tracking systems. Data brokers may trade derived data. Governments may access data through legal or indirect channels. And inferred data, which can be the most powerful category, is often treated as corporate property. So rather than one clear owner, the AI age creates an environment where your data becomes a shared resource among institutions that have infrastructure. This is why many people feel powerless. Because ownership is not the same as control. 20. Why this matters for the rest of the series. This episode sets up the next phase. If AI runs on data, then questions about power cannot be separated from questions about data. Who collects it? Who controls it? Who profits? Who is watched? Who is scored? Data ownership is the foundation of AI power. Once you see that, you can understand why AI tends to centralize power and why inequality can increase. Data is not just about privacy. It is about governance. 21. Core takeaway. In the AI age, your data is not simply yours in practice. It is generated by your life, captured by systems, and converted into patterns that can be monetized and used to shape outcomes. The question is not only who owns it on paper. The question is who controls it in reality. And right now, control is concentrated. If this episode helped you understand who owns your data in the AI age, like this video so more people can see it. Share it with someone who believes privacy is only about personal secrets. And subscribe to Uncovering Facts for clear, hype-free explanations of technology and power. Next episode, how AI is reshaping capitalism.